The Latino community and higher education is an issue pertinent to the people that we're going to introduce to you on Common Ground on this segment. I'm Saunders, and both of them are part of the program at DePaul University concerned with the recruitment of Latinos into law school. Our first guest, Richard Groll, is the Dean of the DePaul Law School. And Mike Roman, our perennial Michael Roman, is a second-year law student at DePaul and a member of the Latino student organization there. And I guess I have to ask you, Dean Groll, what's his grades?
I don't know. I think I better not tell.
You should have checked on that before he came.
Yeah. We grade anonymously.
You grade anonymously without any regard to race, color, creed, national origin, etc.
Right.
Flunk anybody.
Just performance.
How you doing?
Really good.
Yeah,
really good.
we said that, as we told you before, we were going to kind of try to keep an eye on the business of the educational process of the Latino community into higher education, and I'd like to get a report from you as to what's happening.
Well, as to the latest thing that that's come up that we're doing, I'd like to first of all report to you and the audience that we were very successful in our program, or fundraising program for our scholarship. Just after we do this show, Nick Groll, myself, and the other students from our Latino committee are $750 for their education. And I'm happy to say that it was 2 women that got it.
2 women?
So it was anonymous also.
The law school itself, why did it decide to take on this task? And it is a task when one is talking about a community that has not historically been involved in DePaul Law School.
Well, the first program at DePaul University started in 1970. The major focus there was on the enrollment of blacks. We then moved the second year into recruitment of minority students from what's called the traditional minority categories of Black, Latino. In other areas, it includes includes American Indians. We don't have a large population in Chicago of American Indians, and Asians. And I think it's consistent with the entire spirit of DePaul University and the history of St. Vincent de Paul to educate minority groups.
One of the arguments that law schools made in the past, prior to some of the civil rights movements and some of the laws that were placed on the books, was that the minute you bring minorities into a school, law school or any other school, the standards begin to go down, professors leave, and you end up with a school that is less than accredited.
Well, I don't know whether that has occurred in other schools. I doubt it, but it certainly has not occurred at DePaul. We've worked very hard at trying to secure all law students that have potential for success and success in the profession. So that's been our effort, and I think it's worked very well.
Do you change standards?
Not at all. Not at all. I went to grammar school in Mexico, Saunders grammar school. And then, of course, I came to the United States, and I'm very lucky, very successful. Well, since so far as law school, I think it's hard for anybody that doesn't study. It's obvious. I would say that if you put in your time and you have that confidence within you, you're going to produce on that exam. And I don't think there's any intrinsic liabilities that you cannot overcome. Like I said, if you really try.
Mm-hmm. How do you go about recruiting Latino law students? What do you do?
Well, our organization, Latino Law Students Organization at DePaul Law School, we have our purpose is to not only to service have communication between the law students and the school as a whole, but also we're trying to place some emphasis on communication between the law students and the community. We thereby go to high schools and try to encourage the kids not to drop out of high school. Right now, for instance, at Bowman High School on the far south side of Chicago where I live, we just got done doing a concert. I'm also a musician, I play in a group. And it was
what is the group playing with you?
Well, both. But it was very successful, as I said, and we tried to use music as a vehicle for us to convey our message to the students, for them not to, or at least think twice about dropping out of high school. Obviously, we cannot keep the students in high school. how can they make it to college and then eventually be lawyers?
Okay, Mike, that's a generalized answer. Let's stay away from the people that you're encouraging to stay in high school. That's something we all want to do. We don't want people to get out of high school. I'm talking about that 10, 15, 20, however they may be, who are the cream of the crop, who are the ones who really want to go into law school, who really want to do it. What do you do with them once you identify them?
Well, we go, for instance, to colleges, such a circle. And we, so far we have not had any meetings, per se formal meetings, but informal conversations with the students at the cafeterias or at their own homes. We tell them or try to show them some perspective as to how to apply to law school, how to obtain financial aid if they need it. And believe me, most of them do need it. That's one of our biggest problems, obviously. There's many of them that are qualified. You say that the cream of the top or the crop. But if you cannot get legal assistance, how can you make it to law school? It's very expensive.
What about the fiscal assistance? You're the dean of the school, and very often the schools have been saying, generally, the red flag is being waved. We don't have any more money. Are you saying the same thing, DePaul?
No. In 1970, when we started the program at DePaul, the university set up a block of tuition remissions. In other words, the university absorbs a number of positions that we offer to minority students. And this is coordinated through our Office of Financial Aid to try and give financial assistance to all those who need it. I would say roughly 50% of the students in the law school get some form of financial assistance. Now, much of it comes from the federal government in the form of NDSL loans, the translation of which escapes me, the National Student Defense Loan. Some comes through the state of Illinois position.
What are they?
Nationwide, I would think it's between 3 and 4 to 1.
3 and 4 applicants to one opening in law school.
That's right. It varies from school to school. We run about 8 to 1. This can be a very misleading figure because with our applicants, we just don't know how much duplication there is in applications, that they've applied to 6 or 7 law schools.
That's not considered bad to do, is it?
No, it isn't. Not at all. But you can't really then tell how many people would prefer to go elsewhere, how many are genuinely interested in DePaul, or what the attractiveness of your particular school in relation to others.
Okay, well,
certainly in urban school, you get more applications.
Okay, then what measuring stick do you use? What measuring stick do you use?
It's a variety of factors. Obviously, the undergraduate performance is very important. In my own opinion, the highest correlation of success in law school is in relationship to how you did in undergraduate school. If you're a good student, you can succeed in law school. There's also a law school aptitude test, which is run by Educational Testing Service at Princeton.
Of which you have no part of.
That's right. It's required by the accrediting bodies that you take the law school aptitude test, and that's reported to us. They give a statistical breakdown as to what a score means in relationship to the people taking it across the country. We also look to pre-law advisors, and this is most especially true in the recruitment of minority students. The number of applications that we've received over the years has been because of our contacts with pre-law advisors at our principal feeder schools, who then identify people who they believe have a potential for success in law school. We look to work experience. Many of our students, of course, have had graduate work, extracurricular activities, and the like.
It has been said that it has been charged by some minorities that once minorities have finished law school, it is very, very difficult to pass the bar exam, and there's some indication that there may be bias.
We don't have any national statistics or even local statistics about whether or not minorities are having a special problem.
Kind of keep watching this thing to see how well you're doing. So long, my name is Warner Saunders. Good night, good morning, and God bless you.